I've heard stories about there being an airfield
Yes,
years ago.
yes.
I was amazed.
On Butt Lane is a chalet house on there, and it was the Royal Naval Air Service had an airfield there in the First World War. I think it was a smaller sort of satellite one of the big main one at Yarmouth on the Deans. My dad told stories that he went to Bower Castle School, and when they walked down here, the officers used to throw them money. There is now a house, a chalet type house and a bungalow on the site. And when I was young, certainly the air raid shelters were still there from the First World War. Friends of mine lived in there and we used to play at the back. It was a bit dangerous, really, allowing kids to play on those shelters because we could have fallen down, but they were still there. And so was the big wheel where they pumped the water up. And my dad used to tell this story that one of the planes came down in a pear tree in the school. And for years and years, the tailplane was in the school. Even when I was young, that was in the big room at the school. And then in the Second World War, there was an ACAC site on the field bounded by Butt Lane and Church Road. And that is one of my earliest memories. I don't think I even went to school, but there were lots of children up at Coronation Terrace then, and we were standing by a field gate. We stood there, a whole group of children, and there were all these massive army vehicles coming down Butt Lane. Remember what it was like for children in Bower Castle, quiet Bower Castle, seeing all these vehicles thundering down Butt Lane. And apparently they weren't set up very well because they didn't have the equipment for their mess. And that night they came round to the houses in Coronation Terrace and asked if anybody'd got any spare saucepans because they couldn't do any cooking. And obviously it was the war and everybody pulled together, and I think everybody along Coronation Terrace found them a saucepan or something to cook in.